You've got the Movie Channel. The movies you want to see. 24 hours a day. Next on the Movie Channel. Somewhere in time. Why do you watch the Movie Channel?
The Movie Channel has a movie waiting for me, even at 4 o'clock in the morning.
It's relaxing. After you've worked hard all day, you can really come home, sit down with a beer.
Next thing you know, you're wrapped up in it, and you're feeling the same excitement as what you're watching.
We don't have to get dressed up and find a babysitter. No interruptions, no commercials.
I watch a good 26 to 30 movies every month on the mirror.
It's very economical.
We want to hear from you. Write to the Movie Channel, Department T, Post Office Box 1326, Radio City Station, New York, New York 10019.
The Movie Channel.
It's great.
Adventure, romance, fantasy, the stars we know and love to see. We're taking the movies to America. So settle in your easy chair, the Movie Channel will be there, taking the movies to America. Reflections of our hopes and dreams, escape from life's realities. That's the movies in America. And for all the ways we laugh and cry, the heroes that will never die, we're taking the movies to America. We're showing movies, nothing else but movies for 24 hours a day. We're showing movies, all the best in movies. The Movie Channel brings them your way. We're taking the movies to America.
All movies, only movies, 24 hours a day. The Movie Channel. Feature presentation.
This feature is rated PG.
You've got the Movie Channel. The movies you want to see. 24 hours a day. Coming up next on the Movie Channel, Massacre at Central High.
You got the Movie Channel, and you get the movies you want to see, all at your convenience. Coming soon, the blockbusters. Kramer vs. Kramer, winner of 4 major Academy Awards, including Best Picture. A spectacular science fiction nightmare. Altered States. Marlon Brando and George C. Scott in The Formula. And Jane Fonda, Dolly Parton, and Lily Tomlin in 9 to 5. Coming soon, the movies that everyone's talking about. The drama of a gentle man in a monster's body. The Elephant Man. The story of a millionaire hitchhiker, the bonanza he left behind, Melvin and Howard, and the movie that won every top Australian Film Award, Breaker Moran. And coming soon, a month-long celebration with 31 of your most asked-for movies, the best of 81. All these movies and more, 24 hours every day, only on the Movie Channel.
You've got the Movie Channel, so there's no need to let your schedule get between you and your favorite movies. Movies like Ordinary People. After the everyday world has gone to sleep, you can still see Ordinary People. We'll be showing this Academy Award-winning film 3 times this month in the late, late night. And no matter what time you want to watch, we've got the big movies you want to see. Morning, noon, and late, late night. Only on the Movie Channel. Sit back and relax with the movies you want to see. This weekend, 2 children alone in a tropical paradise live out a sensuous story of innocence. Brooke Shields and Christopher Atkins star in the hit movie The Blue Lagoon. They were just high school buddies on the lookout for a new game. Then someone else decided to change the rules. Massacre at Central High. The pilot has a problem, and 150 innocent people will learn it the hard way. Cliff Robertson is the pilot. Movies all night, movies all day. This weekend on the Movie Channel.
There's one place to go where you'll see all the biggest stars. The Movie Channel.
24 hours every day, 7 days every week. You've got the movies you want to see. This month, 2 children alone in a tropical paradise live out a sensuous story of innocence. Brooke Shields and Christopher Atkins star in the hit movie The Blue Lagoon. The pilot has a problem, and 150 innocent people will learn it the hard way. Cliff Robertson is the pilot, a prison warden who'll do anything to win, a convict who's just trying to stay ahead of the game. Burt Reynolds, Eddie Albert, the longest yard. They were just high school buddies on the lookout for a new game. Then someone else decided to change the rules. Massacre at Central High. 4 men in 4 corners of the world try to fall in love over the same weekend. Sunday lovers. 12-year-old Tom and his dog Toby have magic in their lives. It brings them laughter, excitement, and danger in The Water Baby. For those of you who have forgotten, for those of you who haven't forgotten, and for those of you who never knew, Woodstock. Best Picture.
Can't you see anything except in terms of how it affects you?
Best Director.
Do you love me?
Best Supporting Actor.
Why are you trying to make me mad? Are you mad? No!
Timothy Hutton, Donald Sutherland, and Mary Tyler Moore in this year's winner of 5 Academy Awards. Ordinary People. The movies you want to see, all at your convenience. This month on the Movie Channel.
This feature is rated R.
All movies, only movies, 24 hours a day. Coming up next on the Movie Channel, Goldie Hawn and Chevy Chase star in Seems Like Old Times. We give you a whole month of the movies you want to see. This month, the cartoons come to life in a colorful musical fantasy. Shelley Duvall is Olive Oyl, and Robin Williams stars in Popeye. What begins as a music contest becomes a test of love and ambition.
I wanted you so much I couldn't make a fist.
Richard Dreyfuss and Amy Irving star. The competition with a murderer on the loose. It's no fun taking a ride through the Funhouse. She was young, beautiful, and a victim of tragic love.
This is Corey, my pretty cousin.
Nastasia Kinski is stunning as Tess, and the movie that won Robert De Niro the Academy Award for Best Actor, Raging Bull. These movies and more playing at your convenience all this month on the Movie Channel. You've got the Movie Channel, and we give you the stars.
Rising stars and the falling stars. The shooting stars and the blazing ones. I get stars who are snappy. And stars who are classy. The stars who get the look. And the ones who give them. I get the stars who sing. Stars who scream. Stars who swing. Dancing stars. Romancing stars. Little kid stars.
And superstars. Your favorite stars shine bright 24 hours a day. Only on
the Movie Channel. We have the stars.
We give you the stars.
Did you have a gift for me?
Nope.
I think you did, and I think you possibly still do.
You see? You do answer your own question.
Do you still love me?
Yeah.
Tell me you're not entered.
I'm entered.
What can you hope for, be honest? Hope we tie?
If you win, great. If I win, better. And if neither of us wins,
How that big boy spoiled it?
Richard Dreyfuss, Amy Irving. The one thing that has brought them together is the only thing that can tear them apart. The competition, playing throughout the month on the Movie Channel. We mix our movie schedule from the widest variety of movies. That's the magic of the Movie Channel.
He did things to an audience no performer had ever done before. He electrified millions on television, on the Hollywood screen, but most of all, in person. His name was Elvis. He was a legend, an idol, a king. And now, the king lives on in the first motion picture to reveal the whole story of the man whose music moved the world. Elvis, the boy who had a dream, the teenager who wanted to be different.
I think you can be anything you want to be, Elvis.
The son who found happiness in his mother's love.
I think that you're the best son anyone ever had.
The singing sensation who made the girls scream and their men explode. Elvis, the way the world saw him.
Come on, Elvis, give us a break. You and Natalie gonna get married?
The way he really was.
I want to be able to walk around and see things, tell them of the people, you know, just be free. Just be playing little old me instead of the unit. Well, since my baby left me.
The way you'll always remember him.
Well.
Kurt Russell is Elvis.
Conveniently scheduled this month on the Movie Channel.
Oh, Maddie! What's the matter with you? It's me, silly.
First you draw an imaginary line. The imaginary line that separates a man from a woman. Then you merely walk on it. Like this.
Everyone will be there, local press included.
But I'm not suitably dressed. This is really a little house dress. Last year's fashion.
And she better learn how to prepare la pasta.
Yes, Mama.
Oh, oh, goodness. How disagreeable.
La Cage aux Folles 2, conveniently scheduled this month on the Movie Channel. Mysterious and private, brooding and aloof. An actor who immerses himself so deeply in his roles, he becomes the characters he plays. An Academy Award winner who guards his privacy so completely he can walk through a crowd unrecognized. Off the screen, Robert De Niro remains anonymous, but on the screen, his silence explodes. There is a mystique about Robert De Niro, an intensity that is unique. Other actors act, but De Niro goes beyond. Whether he's playing the dying baseball player in Bang the Drum Slowly, the burdened priest in True Confessions, or the obstinate fighter in Raging Bull, De Niro transforms himself, takes on a new identity, becomes another person. An actor feels he's not doing enough, so he overcompensates, De Niro says. People don't try to show their feelings, they try to hide them. And by hiding feelings, De Niro brings us into the hearts and souls of his characters. A stone-cold stare, and he's the young Vito Corleone in The Godfather Part 2. A firm grasp, and he's the stubborn sax player in New York, New York. A furrowed brow, and he's the solitary soldier in The Deer Hunter. Through these pauses, glances, nods, De Niro's characters come alive. The characters he plays are often outsiders, restless city loners who border on the subversive. He shocked us as a psychopathic cabbie and taxi driver, and in his portrayal of the dangerous hood in Mean Streets, he captures the taunting defiance spurred by city life. Never romanticizing, never simplifying, De Niro will go to any length to be authentic. In his portrayal of the middleweight champion, Jake LaMotta, he transforms himself both emotionally and physically. An actor who feels most at ease in other people's identities, Robert De Niro is a puzzle, and each of his characters is a piece. Off the screen, he avoids attention, but on the screen, he commands it. As an actor, he is intense, capable of losing himself in his characters. As a man, He is elusive, preferring to lose himself in the crowd. Robert De Niro in Raging Bull and Mean Streets this month on the Movie Channel.
It's hard to feel for each other when you can barely keep yourself up.
Up or out? In one giant step, Tracy Chambers jumps from the streets of the ghetto to the excitement of Rome. And the dazzling world of high fashion.
There's only one word that describes rich, dark, beautiful, and rare. I'm going to call you mahogany.
Is Mahogany, conveniently scheduled this month on the Movie Channel. First, there were the movies, but they couldn't make a sound. Then they learned to talk.
All I want is a drink.
Sing. Explode. Now the Movie Channel gives you big sound in stereo. The movies you want to see in stereo. Only on the Movie Channel.
Because people watch cable TV at different times, we show our best movies at different times. The Movie Channel. All movies 24 hours a day.
After Robert broke up with the girl of his dreams,
Don't call me either, okay?
Stop that.
Very sweet. Thanks.
he was single.
There's 10 million people in this city alone. How difficult can it be to find one perfect person? It's not that big a deal.
He was free.
Call, Mr. Popularity. Mr. Popularity. Hello.
He took vitamins.
You broke up with somebody.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're going to need C, magnesium.
He started running.
1, 2, 3. I don't even listen. 2, 3.
He started dating.
Ellen, out of the past. Ellen, Petey, Ellen.
He had everything a modern guy could want.
Robert Cole, everything you do from this moment on will only make you feel better.
He felt awful.
I'm alone now. I don't want to play rude. What am I going to do? Hug myself? Please, I don't. Okay. Got another one?
What are you doing here?
You're going out on a date, aren't you?
Robert, I'm closing the door.
Okay. You two didn't get along. You said it yourself. All you ever did was fight. So who is it? You slept with him? Twice? I'm going home. All right, hold it. All we ever did. I'm telling you, we fought, and then we had great sex. We never really could talk.
Yesterday you told me you didn't want to see me.
She's tough. I love you very much, Mary.
I know.
Oh, I know you do. I guess that's the same as I love you too. I don't think we should go out anymore. I mean, I just think it's over.
Okay. It's over again.
No, not again. This is it. This is the last time. It's for real.
Modern Romance, conveniently scheduled this month on the Movie Channel. All movies, only movies, 24 hours a day. Coming up next on the Movie Channel, Goldie Hawn and Chevy Chase star in Seems Like Old Times. This month, the Movie Channel pays tribute to an accomplished actor whose rise to stardom is highlighted by powerful and award-winning performances. Presenting the Robert De Niro double feature. Mean Streets features De Niro in one of his first starring roles as a young thug who learns that life on the streets can be less than kind. And then, from the streets, De Niro charges into the ring in Raging Bull. He delivers an Oscar-winning performance as Jake LaMotta, the middleweight boxing champ who was as violent outside the ropes as he was between them. Mean Streets and Raging Bull, a knockout combination. The Robert De Niro double feature. Saturday and Sunday, February 6th and 7th, only on the Movie Channel. Your favorite stars just keep on coming to the first 24-hour all-movie channel, the Movie Channel. Coming soon. Jack Nicholson, James Caan, Cicely Tyson, Dudley Moore, Gene Hackman. Coming soon. Marcia Mason, Rudolph Nureyev, Elvis Presley, Clint Eastwood, Bill Murray, Barbra Streisand. Coming soon. Justin Hoffman, Linda Blair, Clive, Peter O'Toole, Flip Wilson, Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi. Coming soon. Sylvester Stallone, Willie Nelson, Cheech and Chong, Walter Matthau, Jodie Foster, Christopher Reeve, Olivia Newton-John, Ringo Starr, Richard Pryor. We give you all these stars and more coming soon on the Movie Channel. All movies, only movies, 24 hours a day. The Movie Channel feature presentation. This feature has been rated PG by the Motion Picture Association of America. All movies, only movies, 24 hours a day. Coming up next on the Movie Channel, Richard Dreyfuss stars in The Competition. There'll never be another entertainer like Elvis Presley. Now the Movie Channel remembers the king with the Elvis Weekend, February 26th through the 28th. Kurt Russell plays the singer who went from rags to riches and taught a generation how to rock and roll in Elvis. Then, it's a unique dramatization of Presley's early life with rare home movies and actual concert performances in This Is Elvis. And then, a special look back as race car driver Elvis fizzles with Anne Margaret in Viva Las Vegas. Elvis, the man, the music, the legend, all on the Elvis Weekend, February 26th through the 28th, only on the Movie Channel. When you've got the Movie Channel, you've got the only channel that gives you movies at your convenience, 24 hours a day. Movies like Raging Bull, Popeye, and The Competition. Here's how it works. Say you want to watch Raging Bull with a sunrise. Only the Movie Channel spreads convenient morning showings throughout the month. If the afternoon is better for you, just pick one of the Movie Channel's exclusive afternoon showings of Raging Bull. If your most convenient time to watch is in the evening, there are presentations of Raging Bull that fit your schedule best. And the Movie Channel even has performances throughout the late night, so you can watch Robert De Niro's Academy Award-winning performance even after the rest of the world's gone to sleep. Whatever the movie, you can pick the time that fits your schedule best. Morning, afternoon, evening, late night, convenient. Only on the Movie Channel. All movies, only movies, 24 hours a day. The Movie Channel feature presentation in stereo. This feature has been rated PG by the Motion Picture Association of America.
I must personally, baby. You're a baby, right there, right there, right there.
Robin Williams. Shelley Duvall. In Popeye. Conveniently scheduled this month on the Movie Channel. All movies, only movies, 24 hours a day. Coming up next on the Movie Channel, Robert De Niro in Raging Bull. Music, romance, comedy, and action, all February long. This month, Jake LaMotta was capped, but outside the ring, he couldn't stop fighting. Academy Award winner Robert De Niro stars Raging Bull. For Renato and Al Band, it was a different kind of love affair. The sequel to the smash French comedy and the Movie Channel's foreign film of the month, La Cage aux Folles 2. Robin Williams is a spinach-loving sailor man. Shelley Duvall is his first mate, Olive Oil. Your Your favorite cartoon characters come to life in Popeye. It's Elvis, like you've never known him, on stage and behind the scenes. Plus, dramatizations of the early life of the king of rock and roll. The Movie Channel, Elvis Weekend. We give you all these movies and more, playing at your convenience, 24 hours a day. This month, only on the Movie Channel. This month, the Movie Channel gives you a salute to America's favorite funny girl with a Barbra Strcisand double feature. Share a few laughs with Barbra as a not-so-bright floozy who teams up with Gene Hackman in a story of love and confusion all night long. And then there's romance for the second time around when Barbra gets together with Robert Redford to remember the way we were. The Barbra Streisand double feature all night long and the way we were. Monday, February 15th. Just one of the special movie features for you this month. Only on the Movie Channel. All movies, only movies, 24 hours a day. The Movie Channel feature presentation in stereo. This feature has been rated R by the Motion Picture Association of America.
You're watching the Movie Channel, the best movies, 24 hours a day.
Truth, justice, the American way, and your chance to win what's bound to be the hottest ticket around. It's the Movie Channel's Superman Adventure Sweepstakes. Get your pencil ready and get a load of this. Grand prize, you'll fly to the world premiere of Superman 3. Look, up in the sky, it's your own private Learjet. Touchdown in our nation's capital and see the Man of Steel save the Earth again. You'll see the movie first before it plays in theaters in your town this summer. Guess who's in it, too? Later, you're invited to mingle with the cast, celebrities, press at the world premiere party. You just can't buy tickets for this event. And it's not over yet. We'll hand you $1,000 mad money and a neat place to sleep overnight. And you won't be alone. You can take 3 friends. 150 first prizes, the Atari video computer system with the Superman cartridge. 1,500 runners-up win a collector's item, souvenir programs from Superman 2. Got your pencil ready? Send a postcard to the Movie Channel Superman Adventure, Box 747, Radio City Station, New York, New York 10101. Postcards must be here by January 31st. Grand prize winner and friends must be 18 or over. That's all it takes to win the Superman Adventure on the Movie Channel.
The Movie Channel is at work 24 hours a day.
Hiya, Dave.
The Movie Channel.
Welcome to Behind the Scenes. This month, you'll meet 4 friends, Craig Wasson, the man behind Time Bandits, Michael Palin, Gallipolis, Mark Lee, and more. What's so funny about Michael Palin? He's the Monty Python who resurrected Spam. And he's one of the loopy minds behind this month's Time Bandits, the story of a small boy and his even smaller traveling companions.
And I think they come across not just as a gang, but as a bickering collection of sort of cantankerous, grumpy individuals, all with different ideas and all wanting to lead.
Look, do you want to be leader of this gang? Oh, we agreed no leader. Right. So shut up and do as I say.
Time Bandits is a nutty slice of history, seen from a child's point of view. And you're likely to find the same free spirit in Palin's newest effort, Jabberwocky.
Kids also like sort of toughness and nasty things happening as well as nice things, and we wanted to make the nasty things quite nasty.
What about his own kids? Do they like his work?
Well, I think they're probably slightly embarrassed. His father, you know, just who occasionally dresses up in women's clothing or gets dressed as chickens or Long John Silvers, you know, I mean, difficult to respect.
I say!
If 4 Friends has an emotional center, it belongs to Craig Wasson. You'll remember him from Ghost Story, where he fell in love with a beautiful demon. This time around, he's a child of the 60s who comes of age in a small town.
I don't see the film necessarily as about the 60s as much as it is about the transition of growth that anybody goes through starting in their adolescence.
That is not an exaggeration, it's a lie. America was not built. It grew out of a dream. This is a school. It's an institution of learning. It is not an employment agency. Tell it to them. Fellow students, don't be misled by those people. We're not fodder for their mills. We're seekers of destiny.
The movie is an affectionate capsule of living through the 60s, and one that's in step with Wasson's own experience.
By the end of the film in Four Friends, we see that rather than going out and trying to save some intangible world out there, we have to make the dream live in that little circle of people that matter to us, our family, our friends.
We'll now have a moment of silence in memory of John F. Kennedy.
Vice Squad takes you out at night in the toughest section of Los Angeles. The streets are alive with hustlers and cons, so it wasn't just an ordinary job for Season Hubley.
When I was doing Vice Squad, I was out on the street, you know, all night, till 4 in the morning, 5, 6, 7. I think it's very important to live it, sleep it.
Let me give you a ride home.
Well, I got my beauty sleep this morning. I'm a working girl, in case you forgot.
You're going to go to work tonight?
I need the bread.
You may have spotted Hubley playing Priscilla Presley in Elvis, a remarkably true-to-life TV movie. Playing a role based on a real person helped prepare her for the grittiness of Vice Squad.
I don't really believe in acting classes. I think that they can really teach you the wrong things.
Yes, Gallipoli is a foreign film, and it's certainly a war movie, but give it a chance and you'll find much, much more. It's a rare story of friendship and innocence, in spite of war, between two young Australians, played by Mel Gibson and newcomer Mark Lee.
You thinking of joining?
Well, there's no way you get me near the infantry. The light horse. Now, that's got a bit of class.
We could join together.
Lee's a former rugby player who found his leading role in Gallipoli affected him more than he expected.
I realized there was something that I really got from this film that I'd never got from anything before.
As Gallipoli's optimistic, patriotic soldier, Lee helps give you a very different picture of the men who lost in World War I.
They weren't soldiers, they were all volunteers. I mean, they didn't understand exactly what they were throwing themselves into.
Tune in next month for Nick Nolte.
I was planning on a much worse time than this.
Morgan Fairchild.
Please just leave me alone.
Adrienne Barbeau. And more. Behind the scenes on the Movie Channel.
You're watching the Movie Channel, the only place for full-time entertainment. Our next feature is Honky Tonk Man. Clint Eastwood directed and stars with his son Kyle in this story about a hard-drinking country singer.
Be where the action is when the Movie Channel explodes with a Sean Connery double feature.
Good to see you, Mr. Bond.
He's back in the driver's seat as Agent 007.
You're marvelously well equipped.
Thank you, James. So are you.
And he learns to never say never again. Then he's caught in the crossfire in a country torn apart by revolution. There's no escape from danger in Cuba. Sean Connery packs a double wallop Thursday, October 18th on the Movie Channel.
Fridays in October, take in a Movie Channel drive-in and you'll get a much bigger kick out of school.
One more fling won't set us back any.
Why, you'll learn how to deal with people, bury the hatchet with old friends, and even make new ones.
Did you hear that?
We'll help you pass social studies and make it a memorable fall.
High squad!
Drive-in theater. When taking your car is a drag, it's the only way to go. They wanted to be the sisterhood no one forgot if it killed them. See The House on Sorority Row, Friday, October 19th at 10, 9 Central. They were from opposite sides of town, worlds apart.
They call me the Sheik.
The Sheik?
Yes.
Him? Are you an Arab?
No, I'm Italian.
She believes in working for her dreams. He believes there are other ways of getting what he wants.
Listen, you want to go out with me sometime?
Are you kidding?
And when the Sheik doesn't get what he wants, he takes.
You know, I find out you're making money the way I think you're making money. I'll rip your lungs out.
You're gonna end up in jail, man! You're gonna end up in jail, Sheik! I don't know what you're doing! You're nuts!
You don't even give me a chance!
When different worlds collide, there's no telling what can happen. Vincent Spano and Rosanna Arquette star in John Sayles' nostalgic Baby It's You, a national pay cable exclusive on the Movie Channel. It's Richard Pryor, all new with his latest words on the state of the nation.
I meant the president, we in trouble.
Common sense on the state of the economy.
You can eat 24 hours a day in America. I said, yeah, you got some money or a pistol, you can get something to eat.
He's fast, he's furious, and hotter than ever.
What, Rich, we on fire again? What?
Richard Pryor, here and now, on the Movie Channel.
Tomorrow night on the Movie Channel, Fanny and Alexander, 8 Eastern and Pacific, 7 Central, followed by Target Eagle, 11:30 Eastern and Pacific, 10:30 Central.
This is the Movie Channel's feature presentation. This picture has been rated PG by the Motion Picture Association of America.
You're watching the Movie Channel. Our next feature, The Lords of Discipline, stars David Keith as a raw recruit struggling against the secret society within a harsh military academy and coming of age and forging his own personal code of honor.
Stargaze all through the month. It's the Movie Channel's Academy Awards Countdown, a glittering package no movie buff should miss. It all begins with the Movie Channel's Academy Awards Countdown quiz. Trivia questions between the movies so you can sharpen your Oscar IQ. On April 8th, don't miss our 24-hour marathon of Academy Award-winning movies with legendary performances people are still talking about. Our celebration continues every Tuesday night in April with a festival of Oscar-winning foreign films that capture the world's attention. Then, grab a front row seat April 8th at 7:30 for the Movie Channel's special Academy Awards preview show. Size up the nominees and tour Tinseltown with our host, veteran Hollywood reporter Robert Osborne. Get in on the stories, the scoops, the final preparations. Watch scenes from the nominated movies and others that missed by a hair. And of course, exclusive interviews with some of this year's nominees. We're your link to all the excitement. So be here for the Movie Channel's exclusive Academy Awards Countdown, now through April.
When two people get together who don't seem to belong together, you've got an odd couple. Every Wednesday night this month, the Movie Channel salutes the best of the odd couples. When two partners raise eyebrows at the station house...
I think you could have waited a little while before you threw our first orgy.
When a couple of familiar buffoons become a couple of heroes. When a man and woman are both men.
Oh, don't feel bad. There are lots of men who think it's a drag to dress like a woman.
And when a con and cop are partners.
We ain't brothers, we ain't partners, and we ain't friends. And if Dan gets away with my money, you're gonna be sorry you ever met me.
I'm already sorry.
Then you're looking at the best of the odd couples.
Wednesday the 28th at 10, 9 Central, La Cage aux Folles 2, the sequel to the original hit.
In 1975, a team of Canadian scientists investigating the biological implications of single living conducted experiments with laboratory rats. They were dressed in tight-fitting double-knit polyester suits and forced to listen to disco music at high volume. 50 other rats, each coupled with a mate of the opposite sex, were kept in laboratory conditions simulating marriage. Is single living a viable alternative in a couple society?
What are you doing here?
Just a checkup.
At a gynecologist's office.
It's a second opinion.
Do you have a fire escape? What are you doing here?
My mother lives in this building. She really does. I'm not lying. Wait a minute. Maria. Maria, just a second. Maria, hold up.
So, this is your apartment?
No, this is my car. I keep my apartment in a safe deposit box downtown. Alan, I can't go to bed with you.
Why?
Because you're short and you're weird.
Who told you?
When you're looking for love, you find yourself doing some very funny things.
When you're by yourself, minus someone else.
You know those weird cult movies you crave just before bedtime? The Movie Channel's new Friday Movie Madness has them all.
Never a moment's rest.
Each week you'll see movies that are out of this world.
I don't know if I'm a boy or a girl.
Out of control and out to get you.
I want to eat your face.
Gather the guys for Friday Movie Madness.
Friday the 30th at midnight, 11 Central, The Secret Policeman's Other Ball.
Hi, I'm Jane Seymour, and I'm going to be on the Movie Channel.
Want to know why the Movie Channel's new drive-in theater is suddenly so hot? Because you never know where it's heading. Each Friday takes you through the realm of the tacky, to the flashy, and the trashy.
God will deliver in.
That's why so many people find the Movie Channel's drive-in theater so irresistible.
I'm one of them!
So if the end for a drive-in sometimes seizes you,
Get control of yourself.
or stand up and be counted.
Friday the 30th at 10, 9 Central, Warlords of the 21st Century.
I've always loved those old movies. I think everyone does. And people always come up to you and they say, why don't they make movies like they used to in the 30s and 40s? And here was our chance.
Jane Seymour was able to turn some of her dreams to reality recently when she co-starred with Tom Selleck in her newest film, Lassiter. She plays Selleck's girlfriend, a strong-willed dancer.
Get her out of here. I'm not going to sit here with her.
Don't push me, Sarah. I don't have room.
Bastard, Lassiter. Don't touch me!
Grit your teeth. Just sit. I need her.
I won't. I said I'd help you, but I won't help you into her bed. Don't do this to me. You promised me. Now make a choice.
You make it. I've got no time left. It has to be tonight.
Jane Seymour came to acting almost by chance, yet she has proved herself to be exceptionally versatile. She talked to the Movie Channel recently in this exclusive interview.
Whenever there's a project where I'm supposed to age from 16 to 50, they tend to pass it to me. They think I've got aging down, so I get aging. They also tend to give me parts where the character has maybe a split personality, or in the last thing I did, I've actually played identical twins.
She originally trained as a dancer, appearing with the Kirov Ballet and the London Festival Ballet. But a break into films came early.
How old was I? About 17. I was 17 years old. I was still a student at the ballet school I was at. And I auditioned for the film Oh, What a Lovely War as a dancer and singer. And I happened to be in the very first day shooting, which was a scene with Maggie Smith and a whole load of chorus girls. And I was always out of step. I was the worst of the lot, and the youngest by at least 15 years. And I had one line, which I said extraordinarily badly. I don't know why they gave it to me. And it went like this. It was, "He should be digging trenches."
From that one line about digging trenches, Jane Seymour moved on to break the hearts of movie heartthrobs. She first caught the public eye alongside Simon Ward in Young Winston, then faced mortal danger with Roger Moore in Live and Let Die, co-starred with Christopher Reeve in Somewhere in Time, and a multitude of other leading men in a career that has taken her around the world, a career in which she's prepared to take risks.
If you trust the people you're working with, and if you communicate with them, and then you show them what you can do, and at the same time you respond to what they're asking for, that hopefully you pray for it every time. There's somebody there who knows how to use the scissors and can use what is best for the whole movie.
Although movie roles haven't been slow in coming, Jane finds much to attract her in television.
There are an awful lot of women who have families and, who have jobs, who come home in the evening and they want to see good, some good drama. And they like to see drama about themselves. So there are a lot better roles for women currently on television than there are in the big movies.
And it's in television that Jane has been able to expand her repertoire. She appeared in East of Eden, Phantom of the Opera, played a dual role in Frankenstein, The True Story, and won an Emmy Award for her performance in Captains and Kings. Most recently came another dual role in The Dark Mirror.
It was a really extraordinarily difficult thing to do, to act opposite yourself, because you can never rehearse it. It's very strange, and then you have to get someone else to do the other side, and you have to exactly copy what they're doing, and it was the hardest acting challenge I've ever had. And
Her taste for risk-taking paid off when she played to critical acclaim Constanza Weber in Amadeus on Broadway.
That feeling when you're doing live theater of having the response, the immediate response from the audience, is an extraordinarily powerful feeling. Even if they're not laughing or crying, you can feel whether you have their attention. And it's magic, actually. It reminds me of when I was a dancer, of being able to hold a pose, hold an arabesque, and just to know that time stops still for a few moments, and that hopefully the conductor is watching you too, and he's going to just sneak in that extra second just to make sure that everyone knows that you're defying gravity.
She had begun in dance, and now with her newest film, Lassiter, a romantic thriller set in pre-war London, she puts on her tap shoes again for the first time in 17 years. So her career has in one respect come full circle.
May I, Commander?
Oh, I'm sorry. Cutting in, as you'd call it, is an American habit, old boy. I'm afraid there's no gun over here.
Shall we try again?
I really don't think so.
Would you kindly say whatever it is you want to say and leave?
Let's go home.
What?
I shouldn't tell you. This lady happens to be my wife.
Oh, for God's sake.
Look, if you don't leave immediately, I shall have you removed.
Well, it's all right. I understand she has a weakness for uniforms. Her father was an admiral.
Oh, sir, your humor is as tasteless as your manners.
You come this way.
Please, why don't we at least be civilized about this? It'll only take a few moments. Please.
As you wish.
I'm quite looking forward to being 80. And whatever. I've enjoyed all the ages I've ever been so far, and I think... I mean, I find my life richer and fuller and better now than it was in my 20s, so I have no particular desire to be 20 again.
Jane Seymour, an exclusive interview on the Movie Channel.
He gave the world a new kind of American detective story.
Do you draw your material from life?
Real life, Fawn. He was a master of action.
Now there's a third body in the morgue you might be interested in.
And suspense. He created the Maltese Falcon, Sam Spade, and the Thin Man.
Who the hell are you now? Hammett the writer or Hammett the detective?
But he didn't write this mystery. He lived it. Frederick Forrest, Peter Boyle, and Mary Lou Henner. Hammett.
We ain't partners. We ain't brothers, and we ain't friends. I'm putting you down and keeping you down until Gans is locked up or dead. And if Gans gets away, you're going to be sorry you ever met me.
I'm already sorry.
Nick Nolte is a cop. Eddie Murphy is a con.
I can help you get Gans, but you got to get me out of here first.
You're crazy. He pulls some strings.
See, you needed me a little more than you thought, huh, Mr. K?
He pulls some scams.
So where do you want to do it, honey? Want to hop up on the counter?
Nah, we can go in this room over here next to the bathroom.
Give me a break.
I'm dead serious.
Come on, we're on the move. Let's go. They've got two killers to track down.
Toss me that piece, and he won't waste him.
They've got a kidnapping going down.
I want the money. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not that Indian to snap her neck.
They've got a fortune to hunt down.
I want to know what's going on between you and Gans.
$500,000.
And it's all coming down. 48 hours.
But I gave you 48 hours to come up with something, and the clock's running.
This guy got a real itchy trigger finger, and he's a nervous cop. You better listen to him. You get your brain blown out.
I'm the calm type.
I'm looking for a good old boy by the name of Billy Bear. Never heard of him. Heard of him now, man? What's happening, Luther? I'm sorry about the door, man. Did that hurt? It looked real painful.
You come clean and we're going again right here, right now.
Are you in some hurry or something?
Yes, I'm in a hurry. I haven't done anything for 3 years.
Oh, you used to be a priest or something.
Saved my night.
They couldn't like each other less. They couldn't need each other more.
You want to bet?
And if they can get off each other's case.
Look at you. You got a $500 suit on. You're still a lowlife.
Yeah, but I look good.
They just might solve this one.
Being a cop is a hard job, Jack.
Nick Nolte, Eddie Murphy.
We ain't brothers, we ain't partners, and we ain't friends. And if Gans gets away with my money, you're going to be sorry you ever met me.
I'm already sorry.
48 hours.
The Movie Channel's Rock Stars to Movie Stars Festival continues when John Lennon lends his wits to a group of nits.
Nice place you got here.
It's the hysterically funny tale of one man's somewhat distorted military career. How I Won the War. Next on the Rock Stars to Movie Stars Festival.
The Movie Channel presents the latest adventures of the Man of Steel, Superman 3.
Help me!
3 times the action.
Somebody help me!
3 times the thrills.
May I tell you something?
3 times the romance.
My oil pan is leaking.
Yes, it's Christopher Reeve as the incredible Superman and America's super comedian Richard Pryor.
You see what you seek.
As his latest super nemesis.
Hello. Now, getting down to business.
Will the Man of Steel triumph? Will America be saved? Find out in Superman 3 on the Movie Channel.
It's the Movie Channel's Academy Awards Countdown Quiz. Test your knowledge of the movies. What actress won an Academy Award for her work in From Here to Eternity and then went on to a long TV career? Donna Reed won Best Supporting Actress for her role as a dance hall girl. Join the celebration. You can see From Here to Eternity, the Best Picture of 1953, during our Academy Awards Marathon, beginning Sunday, April 8th.
This is the Movie Channel's feature presentation. This picture has been rated R by the Motion Picture Association of America.
This movie has been approved for the Movie Channel audience. And this movie. And this. Coming soon to the Movie Channel, the only all-movie channel, Trading Places, a Movie Channel exclusive.
Freeze, slimeball!
Moi? Gandhi.
There is no cause for which I am prepared to kill.
Risky business.
I don't remember giving permission for a party, Joe.
A party? And Mr. Mom.
Daddy!
Don't paint your sister.
There's lots more. We'll talk to some of the rising stars who are making news and go behind the scenes where Gene Wilder's up to something. Brando's coming for the Movie Channel Film Festival. Save Wednesdays for the Movie Channel's Best Of. And Friday nights for Double Trouble with Drive-In Theater and Friday Movie Madness. It's all movies all the time. It's here. It's coming soon, only on the Movie Channel.
In the tradition of the great James Bond films, Octopussy has everything. Elegant palaces and beautiful women.
And you are James Bond, 007 licensed to kill. Am I to be your target for tonight?
This is Bond at his best.
Step on it.
The Bond that tops them all. Roger Moore hitting an all-time high in Octopussy.
It wasn't easy being young and in love in bawdy old England. You see, everyone else naturally wanted a piece of the action.
Where's my veil, Jeff? What am I doing? Here I am naked.
When one comes from the gutter, one always has a taste for it.
May the Lord protect us from such unnatural lust.
What's your feelings towards me?
I love you as if you were my own mother. As you may have guessed, Joseph was the most popular kid on his block. It was the time for heroes, chivalry lived, and swords flashed. The days when men were men and women were
beautiful.
Peter Firth and Anne Margaret.
What a creature.
Star in the bawdy epic Joseph Andrews this month on the Movie Channel.
The Great Northwest Territory, where there were great brawlers like John Wayne. Serious men like Stuart Granger.
That's it. You're in love with Sam.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes, you are. Have you never tried to stuff money down the front of you?
No.
Did he ever try and smack you?
No.
On the boat or in Seattle, you and he?
Honest men like Ernie Kovacs. Mature men like Fabian. Those were the days when men were men and women were whatever John Wayne said they were.
Harvey, French bluesy.
This lady's gonna change his mind.
Instead of jumping into the bay, I'm going to jump into a gold mine. And mister, am I going to jump?
Why else would he put up a fight for her?
Because I love you, that's why.
North to Alaska on the Movie Channel.
The rest is old.
There's a creature alive that has prowled the ocean depths for millions of years. It is something so fierce, so merciless. It'll terrify you for life.
Something that happened when I was a kid. I don't go in the water.
It got your attention in Jaws. It kept you off the beaches in Jaws 2. Now it's back in the ultimate adventure. Join Lou Gossett Jr., Dennis Quaid, and Bess Armstrong. Jaws 3 on the Movie Channel.
The Movie Channel presents a cable breakthrough. They said it couldn't be done, and now that we've done it, we realize it shouldn't have been done.
Hi, we're teaching songs, and we're here to tell you about a very important event in the history of film. It's the first
annual Cheech and Chong Film Festival, and it's going to take place right here on the Movie Channel every Friday during the month of July. We're going to see all our pictures, all of them. So if you want brain damage, tune in.
Yeah. It's Cheech and Chong and Friday Movie Madness on the Movie Channel.
Just gonna cut out, huh?
Yeah. You know me.
Yeah, I know you. You're the guy with the right hook. The guy with the right hook is Michael Paré in the hot new Streets of Fire with Diane Lane. Is that it? Is that all you've left to say?
Look, I know you're going to be going places with your singing and stuff. And I'm not the kind of guy to be carrying your guitars around for you. But if you ever need me for something, I'll be there.
Being there seems to be a talent that Paré has in spades. He's made 4 films in 2 years, but never planned to be an actor.
Well, this is a great story. I'm working on Columbus Avenue in a restaurant, and I used to go down the block to pick up a girl I was living with then. So I went into the bar, and I was sitting waiting for her to get off, and an agent from Zoli, modeling agency, she was like handled the actors and the talent division of a modeling agency, if you can imagine that. Tapped me on the shoulder and asked me to come into her office and read a script, and then she started sending me to acting school. Literally came up and tapped me on the shoulder and asked me who I was and what I did and why I wasn't in show business.
Before he knew it, he was in show business. A brief appearance in the television series The Greatest American Hero led quickly to his first film part, the title role in Eddie and the Cruisers.
Eddie Wilson was one of those guys who had this drive that nobody could really explain. He certainly didn't know what it was that made him such a perfectionist. He was just driven, and he wasn't driven for the money. He was just had something that he had to express.
Into nothing, fellas! Into nothing!
Even before Eddie and the Cruisers opened, Paré had lined up lots of offers and beaten out better-known and better-trained actors for parts. In the Philadelphia Experiment, his most recent movie due out this summer, he stars as one of 2 sailors trapped in a time warp.
I have good concentration. You know, I can focus my attention. My attention span is pretty long when the cameras roll. And I think that's the whole trick, is just concentration. You know, and doing the exercises before you get on camera.
But his success is due to more than concentration. It's perhaps his lack of early training, his unstudied raw energy that catches the eye.
Oh, it's such a thrill to get the scene on the first take. You know, that's the whole trick. Once you know your lines and you know your character and you've done all the work, to get on the first take is like, that's a thrill.
I'll be coming for her, and I'll be coming for you, too.
Sure you will. And I'll be waiting.
Paré can be seen in theaters now in Streets of Fire, a dark rock-scored movie that makes the most of his brooding, penetrating look.
It's the other world, and the homecoming queen of the town gets kidnapped by the baddest guy in the city. My sister calls me up to come save the girl, who used to be my girlfriend. So I get hooked up with Amy Madigan, who is a mercenary, kind of. She just got out of the army. And we go and rescue Ellen Aim, the rock and roll star homecoming queen. But it's a Western. This is what America's going to want to see. Everybody's happy at the end, and we ride off into the sunset.
With 4 major film roles to his credit, Michael Paré seems to be on course. But luck is always an element in his profession, and as one who started as a cook, he recognizes that fate has dealt him a good hand.
It was a calling. You know, I was ready to quit when Selznick found me. You know, Joyce and Jan caught me, like, right at the end of the year. I decided to dedicate to show business. You know, if Joyce and Jan hadn't picked me up that time, I think I might be back in a restaurant right now.
Michael Paré in Eddie and the Cruisers, and this exclusive interview only on the Movie Channel.
A movie with a hot soundtrack and energetic dancing can become an exciting music video. Here's one of today's hottest, part of the Movie Channel's Dance to the Movies celebration.
Oh, geez, we gotta get home.
You do the thing, eh? Oh. Good day. Oh, do our new movie theme, eh?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, good day. I'm Bob McKenzie. This is my brother Doug.
How's it going, eh?
Welcome to our movie, eh? Okay, our topic is movie. There's a difference between TV and movies, eh? Okay, go back to movies.
Geez, now that hose is growling.
Yeah. Take off, will you? We're doing our movie.
Don't wreck our show, you hoser.
Okay, another topic. Zoom out, eh?
Yeah.
Let's show how big the screen is, eh?
What happened? Film broke. You cut off our movie. It's only a preview, eh? I didn't want to film it.
Direct from SCTV, it's Bob and Doug McKenzie spilling across the screen in strange blue.
Nice voice, hoser.
Thank you.
Beauty.
To ensure that you continue to receive the best possible picture, the Movie Channel will be testing the transmission system for the next few minutes. Our next featured movie will begin as scheduled at 5 a.m.
It's a Paramount National pay cable exclusive you won't see on HBO or Cinemax.
Scotty, we'll need everything you have. Aye, sir.
There's plenty of action when Sting stars in the futuristic epic Dune. Star Trek's William Shatner is your host for a week of incredible journeys.
But that's impossible!
Anything's possible during Fantastic Voyage this week.
Oh, no.
But you don't need a telescope to find November stars on the Movie Channel. There's Diane Keaton in John le Carré's thrilling tale of terrorism, The Little Drummer Girl, and George Burns in a wickedly funny double role.
Who are you? My God. Guess again.
It's Oh God, You Devil, plus Clint Eastwood and Burt Reynolds, together for the first time.
Well, it's about time.
They're a hot duo in City Heat. John Travolta's got all the right moves in a sizzling double feature.
I got it? You kidding me? Way to go, Niro!
Catch him in the films that made him a dancing sensation, Saturday Night Fever, and Staying Alive, a Paramount National pay cable exclusive you won't see on HBO or Cinemax. And you're sure to get a bang out of the Cops and Robbers Marathon.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Okay, we will, with a full day of good guys, bad guys, and crooked capers.
Oh, it's such a charming show.
There's classic entertainment for the whole family with the Mark Twain celebration. Every Tuesday in November, the Movie Channel Film Festival focuses on films from Australia, like Breaker Morant.
The Gentleman's War is over.
And if you're looking for something out of the ordinary, you'll find it Fridays on Drive-In Theater.
Yeah!
There's a gem of a film every Saturday on the Hollywood Classic of the Week.
Haven't you bothered me enough, you big banana head?
You'll get a kick out of November on the Movie Channel.
This is the Movie Channel's feature presentation. This film has been rated PG by the Motion Picture Association of America and can be heard in stereo. This picture is closed caption for the hearing impaired.
You're watching the Movie Channel, the heart of Hollywood. The heart beats on with the story of two actors who develop an off-screen romance while making a low-budget film. Stranger's Kiss is next on the Movie Channel.
In April, take a good look.
It's the kind of a look a man gives when he's afraid somebody might be watching him.
At some people at the end of their rope.
You got problems now, Terry. You want trouble too?
looking for love in all the wrong places.
There's something terribly wrong.
And finding that the course of true love never did run smooth.
What is it you don't like exactly? Football players, tacos, or beer?
I like tacos and I like beer.
It's the best of love and danger all month long on the Movie Channel.
Not many people could handle something like this, Jesse.
The passions run deep, and the lovers run scared.
Terry, you could hurt us.
You mean you can hurt me?
And some will risk any downfall to get what they want.
I want her back, and I want you to find her for me.
See, you never know just exactly what it is you'll be up against. It's the best of love and danger, all April long on the Movie Channel. Wednesday, April 24th at 10, 9 Central. James Stewart and Grace Kelly star in the Hitchcock classic Rear Window on the Movie Channel.
The stars shine day and night on the Movie Channel. We are the Movie Channel, the heart of Hollywood. The heart beats on tomorrow night with Star 80, 8 Eastern and Pacific, 7 Central, followed by Terms of Endearment, 10 Eastern and Pacific, 9 Central.
This is the Movie Channel's feature presentation. This picture has been rated R by the Motion Picture Association of America.
This is the Movie Channel. All movies 24 hours a day. The heart of Hollywood beats on when George Peppard is the bad guy in an action film packed with hair-raising chases, escapes, nuclear terror, and drug smuggling. Have we left anything out? Try Target Eagle, next on the Movie Channel.
Getting the end of summer blues. Well, cheer up. Because the Movie Channel is fighting those blues.
Break time!
With its back-to-school marathon in September, featuring the premiere of Teachers, starring Nick Nolte.
This is the last summer blast. This could be dangerous.
Get ready for a crash course in psychology,
It's not a school anymore, it's a loony bin.
zoology,
Boys, they're a bit like animals.
advanced French, American history, human anatomy, driver education, and science and nature.
Things sure have changed since we got kicked out of high school. Is this some fabulous educational system? Yes!
It's the last chance to let your hair down and kick up your heels before hitting the books again. The Movie Channel's Back-to-School Marathon, Saturday, September 7th. Be there or be square.
I thought you never asked.
This is the Movie Channel's feature presentation. This film has not been rated by the Motion Picture Association of America.
You know, it's terribly cold in January because summer's gone. Yes, while the polar bears are surfing, I'll be soaking up the sun inside. It's the Movie Channel's Winter Getaway Marathon, a one-day, all-expenses-paid summer movie vacation. Is that a rush or what?
My heart's beating so fast. Mine too.
If you take off your socks and put your feet on the TV, you can almost feel the sand between your toes. All my friends are asking, why aren't you going to Palm Beach this winter? And I say, why should I, when I can take off with the Winter Getaway Marathon? Saturday, January 25th, starting at 3:30 p.m., 2:30 Central.
There'll never be another party like this one.
It's on the Movie Channel, and it's far less expensive than a trip to Rio.
Stay tuned as the Movie Channel, the Heart of Hollywood, presents a music video from a current major motion picture.
It's coming! It's coming!
Can't believe this is really happening to me.
It's coming soon! Great movies and special features sure to chase the winter blahs. And it's coming soon on the Movie Channel.
Are your parents aware of this?
February's the time for romance. Meryl Streep and Robert De Niro are on the right track because they are falling in love.
Please, just... could I see you?
It's a Paramount National Pay Cable exclusive you won't see on HBO or Cinemax. Meet the rising young stars who are the talk of the film world.
I consider you guys my friends. I'm not wrong, am I?
You'll find them in The Breakfast Club. And super hunk Matt Dillon sure to brighten up the dullest February day.
The guy's a genius. He's psychotic. Psychic.
As the Flamingo Kid. Plus, there's Dudley Moore in Best Defense, with a special appearance by Eddie Murphy. And Tommy Lee Jones in The River Rat. Both films are Paramount National Pay Cable exclusives you won't see on HBO or Cinemax. She's already a screen legend whose brilliant talent has created unforgettable performances.
May I know of what I am accused?
February is Meryl Streep month. March blows in with the Paramount National Pay Cable exclusive Amadeus, winner of 8 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. And remember, you won't see it on HBO or Cinemax. You'll find it only on the Movie Channel. Sam Waterston stars in the harrowing true-life story of the Killing Fields. Plus, there's Porky's Revenge. And Chuck Norris in Missing in Action 2. March wouldn't be complete without the Movie Channel's biggest salute to the Academy Awards yet. Mark your calendars for the hottest February and March on record with the fabulous films and super special features coming soon on the Movie Channel.
This is the Movie Channel's feature presentation. This film has been rated G by the Motion Picture Association of America and can be heard in stereo.
This is the Movie Channel. All movies 24 hours a day. The heart of Hollywood beats on in this steamy, controversial film that explores the world of prostitution. Kathleen Turner as a part-time hooker and Anthony Perkins, a demented preacher, star in Crimes of Passion. Next on the Movie Channel.
The Movie Channel's third annual salute to the Academy Awards presents Midnight Express. The haunting film score captured a 1978 Academy Award for composer Giorgio Moroder. And screenwriter Oliver Stone won an Academy Award for his riveting script based on the true, terrifying ordeal of an American student imprisoned in Turkey.
There were 35 judges on the High Court. 28 voted for a life sentence.
What do you mean? Billy, live, Billy! Live for what? For what?
And John Hurt's moving performance earned him an Academy Award nomination.
Catch the Midnight Express.
Well, what's that?
It's not a train. It's a prison word for escape.
Midnight Express. Catch it tomorrow night at 8, 7 Central. Part of the Movie Channel's third annual salute to the Academy Awards.
It's not just the danger.
He said the only way I could ever get away from him would be to kill him.
It's the gamble.
You told him everything, didn't you? Didn't you?
Fighting the odds.
He thinks I took his luck when I took you.
It's all part of the hustle.
This is the rest of what Jake owes you. You were in on it, Jim.
That's not...
You helped set me up.
It's all part of the game.
Jake, I love him!
You don't think I need to be cared for, too?
And sometimes love
You've become everything I'm about. Don't you understand that?
can be the most dangerous game of all.
Can't anyone love me without it being life or death to them?
You want to gamble with me, Terry?
Rachel Ward, Jeff Bridges, James Woods. Against all odds on the Movie Channel.
As part of our third annual salute to the Academy Awards, the Movie Channel's Best Picture Marathon celebrates past winners of the Motion Picture Academy's highest honor. Join us for 7 outstanding examples of movie-making excellence. Samurai, winner Best Picture 1931. Hamlet, 1948's Best Picture. Around the World in 80 Days, 1956. Rocky, Best Picture 1976. Chariots of Fire, 1981. Terms of Endearment, 1983. And last year's winner for Best Picture, Amadeus. The Movie Channel's Best Picture Marathon, Saturday, March 22nd and Sunday, March 23rd, beginning at 7 p.m., 6 Central. Part of our third annual salute to the Academy Awards.
There's a rumor circulating around Hollywood these days that Steven Spielberg is negotiating to buy the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences and will turn it into a chicken ranch. But you know how valid most Hollywood rumors turn out to be. Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. It is true that Steven Spielberg has been the big news of the latest Oscar contest because he wasn't nominated as one of the 5 best directors of the year. In fact, this is the year Oscar will probably be best remembered, not for those who were nominated, but for those who weren't. Like Spielberg, who directed The Color Purple. That film rated no less than 11 Academy Award nominations in all, but failed to put Spielberg among the golden quintet of directors. But does it prove the Academy doesn't like Spielberg? Hardly. The 5 who did win the nominations are all heavyweights, like John Huston, Akira Kurosawa, Sidney Pollack, Peter Weir, and Hector Babinko. Now that's tough company for anyone to compete with. And Spielberg could still win an Oscar this year, despite all the brouhaha. If The Color Purple is named Best Picture of the Year, he would get an Academy Award statue for having co-produced that film. Other missing names on the Oscar list that surprised me. There was no Kathleen Turner for Best Actress in Prizzi's honor. In spite of the fact that she was great in the film, and the film was nominated in every other acting category, and the fact she's Hollywood's most popular new Golden Girl. So how do you figure what happened to Kathleen Turner on the way to the Oscar? Another surprise? No Cher. Earlier in the year, she seemed like a cinch for a Best Actress nomination for Mask, which brings up a point. If any director was really snubbed by the Academy this year, it wasn't Steven Spielberg, it was Peter Bogdanovich, who made the movie Mask. For months, that film had been considered an Oscar frontrunner in a whole platoon of categories. But it didn't help that Bogdanovich argued with Universal Studios over the music that was used in Mask, or for the fact Bogdanovich was forced to file for bankruptcy, or when Cher gave some negative quotes about Bogdanovich as a director. Well, everything seemed to go badly for the picture, especially at Oscar time, and Mask ended up with only one nomination after all, for Best Makeup, making Peter Bogdanovich this year's real forgotten man. And then there was the case of Raul Julia in Kiss of the Spider-Woman, truly one of the supreme performances by an actor last year. But was it a starring role, or was it a supporting role? Voters were confused as to what category he belonged in, thus splitting votes, causing Raul Julia to be the actor left out in the cold. But with few exceptions, the films and performances that did make it into the Oscar finals are very good ones. Not an example of today's typical product, thank heavens, but great examples of first-rate filmmaking. And because there doesn't seem to be any hands-down winner in the bunch, it should also make for a more unpredictable and thus more interesting Oscar contest than we've seen in ages. For Best Director, there are the well-deserved nominations of Peter Weir, Hector Babenco, and Akira Kurosawa. But look for the big race to be between Sidney Pollack for Out of Africa and John Huston for Prizzi's Honor. And Huston has the edge, not only because of his superb work on Prizzi's, but especially for sentimental reasons. Hollywood has a soft spot for durability and for comebacks. For Best Actress, you can forget about Anne Bancroft in Agnes of God, and even Jessica Lange in Sweet Dreams. The real contest is among newcomer Whoopi Goldberg in The Color Purple, two-time Oscar winner Meryl Streep, this time a nominee for Out of Africa, and Geraldine Page in The Trip to Bountiful. Deserved or not, Geraldine Page could stack up a great many extra votes because she's been nominated 8 times without ever winning so far. For Best Actor, there's James Garner in Murphy's Romance, Jon Voight in Runaway Train, and Harrison Ford in Witness. But it's really a race between William Hurt in Kiss of the Spider-Woman and Jack Nicholson in Prizzi's Honor. Hurt should win, but he's a New York actor and relatively new. Nicholson, well, he's a Hollywood boy and they love him, and he's going to be hard to beat. For Best Picture, this is the hardest category of all to pick. The newcomers include the independently made Kiss of the Spider-Woman and Witness, but as the final votes come rolling in, it could be a sweep for Color Purple, or a sweep for Prizzi's Honor, or a sweep for Out of Africa. But we won't know for sure until March 24th. This is the year when only one thing is for sure about the Oscars. Nothing's for sure. Only that Steven Spielberg and Peter Bogdanovich can take some comfort from the fact that many other famous talents have also been snubbed by Oscar from time to time. And just as Waterloo is better known for Napoleon's defeat than it is for Wellington's victory, sometimes there can be more attention in losing a battle than winning it. I'm Robert Osborne for the Movie Channel.
There's only one place to get a different movie every night. The Movie Channel. It was a quiet time on the Mississippi until Billy came home.
She's never even seen him. Never seen her own father.
Why'd they let you out? Why'd they just keep you in jail?
Now a dark secret and an evil stranger threaten to keep them apart forever.
All I can do is run.
Tommy Lee Jones stars in a Paramount National Pay Cable exclusive you won't see on HBO or Cinemax.
We gotta stick together, okay?
The River Rat on the Movie Channel.
I want some quiet here. We've got a film to show you.
We're the Movie Channel, and we've got a month full of movies and special features in April.
That good, huh?
Are you prepared for them?
You're ready now, mister.
Steve Guttenberg and those crazy cops are back in Police Academy 2.
You have the right to sing the blues. You have the right to cable TV.
Stay tuned to your cable TV for Burt Reynolds as an ex-con looking for revenge in Stick. And if you want Paramount Pay Cable exclusives, look no further than the Movie Channel for Tommy Lee Jones as the River Rat and Stephen Bauer as the Thief of Hearts.
I'll shoot!
For howling excitement, crash out on moving violations. Don't miss the mischievous hilarity of the day-long Devilish Doings Marathon on the 19th.
Not bad.
Spend the week of the 21st with some real Hollywood heroes. And tune in April 28th for the director debuts double feature with Eraserhead and Blood Simple.
It's okay.
Tuesday Film Festival will keep you smiling.
Of course. It goes without saying.
With a series of movies adapted from stage to screen. On Fridays, lose control of yourself at the drive-in theater, followed by the insanity of Midnight Madness. And Saturdays mean another Hollywood classic of the week. We've got over 70 magnificent movies and special features.
Good plan.
April on the Movie Channel. This is the Movie Channel's feature presentation. This film has been rated R by the Motion Picture Association of America and is closed caption for the hearing impaired.
This is the Movie Channel. All movies 24 hours a day. The Heart of Hollywood beats on with a story of faith and courage. Father Damien is a fact-based drama about the 19th century Roman Catholic priest who devoted his life to the lepers of Hawaii. Next on the Movie Channel.
Quiz number 1. How many times a day do you watch the Movie Channel?
How many times a day?
That's right. Because if you're not tuning in, you're missing great movies, festivals, guest hosts, and news from Hollywood with your hosts, Robert Osborne and Michelle Russell.
Why can't I tell my friends?
You can. And you can start with the Movie Channel's lineup for May.
Off we jolly well go.
On Saturday the 2nd, Alan Alda, Michael Caine, Michelle Pfeiffer, Bob Hoskins, and Lillian Gish star in a story of what happens when a movie company comes to town for a summer of madness, mischief,
I've been bitten! Something bit me!
and sweet liberty. In a new age of terror, America needs a new breed of warrior.
We're members of Delta Force and we're here to take you home.
Chuck Norris and Lee Marvin star in the premiere of The Delta Force, Sunday the 3rd.
I've heard a lot of talk about how good the Japanese businessmen are. I'm sorry, I don't get it. I don't see it. I'm not impressed. You're fired.
On Saturday the 9th, Public Relations make Michael Keaton's life a private hell in the premiere of Gung Ho.
I thought it handled great.
In 1978, Tennessee's criminal justice system was put on trial.
What are you all wasting my time for? I'll be out tomorrow.
It placed the power of the government against the word of one woman.
Do you think we're in danger, Fred?
Marie, A True Story, starring Sissy Spacek, Sunday the 10th. On Tuesday the 12th, Woody, Beverly, Mickey, Eric, and his honor mayor Ed Koch invite you to spend a night in New York. Then, it's off to a land of fantasy where the powers of light and darkness wage a final battle. Top Gun's Tom Cruise and Tim Curry star in Legend, premiering Saturday the 16th. Comic Pairs Week comes your way beginning Sunday the 17th, and kicking off the week are two of the funniest Goombas ever to join the mob.
You're the guy they hired to kill me? I'm the guy they hired to kill you!
Danny DeVito and Joe Piscopo are just a couple of tough guys. Funny guys, wise guys. Quiz number 2. What's red and white and blue all over?
Good question. Let's go find out.
You'll have to wait until Saturday the 23rd, when the Movie Channel unfurls its red, white, and blue marathon. Looking for a little adventure? Richard Chamberlain and Sharon Stone bring you the greatest legend of all time.
It's just lots of fantasy, Mr. Quatermain.
About the greatest treasure known to man. King Solomon's Mines. Catch the premiere Sunday the 24th. They were hunted by the law.
Leave us alone!
Haunted by their passion. And the only way they could strike back is by fighting fire with fire. Another premiere Saturday the 30th. It's another month of blockbuster movie excitement.
This is great. You love it?
I should have stayed at home.
It's not too late to jump on the bandwagon. The Heart of Hollywood is beating stronger than ever in May.
This is the Movie Channel. All
Stay tuned for a classic film short on the Movie Channel, The Heart of Hollywood. Here are the movies you can record this weekend on the Movie Channel's VCR Theater. Friday, 1984. Saturday, The Molly Maguires. And Sunday, Tender is the Night. Why bother with movie rentals? Just take out a tape and set your VCR timer every night at 3 a.m. 2 Central to the Movie Channel. The perfect VCR accessory.
Hello, I'm Robert Osborne, and welcome to the Heart of Hollywood, where the big surprise is that the summer blockbuster hit isn't a Steven Spielberg or George Lucas film, but a Paul Verhoeven film. Not exactly a household name, unless you are a student of Dutch films or frequent the art theaters, where his earlier films like Spedders, Fourth Man, or Soldier of Orange played. But now, in his first American film, RoboCop, Verhoeven has hit it big. It's an action thriller that takes place in an unspecified time in the future in Detroit. Not only is it suspenseful and comedic, but it has some great special effects and lots of violence. So much so that it almost earned an X rating.
Please put down your weapon. You have 20 seconds to comply.
I think you'd better do what he says, Mr. Kinney.
You now have 15 seconds to comply. You are in direct violation of Penal Code 113, Section 9. I am now authorizing physical force.
I don't have a real problem with violence on the screen. I never had. I went to a lot of action pictures when I was a kid and have seen a lot of violence when I was a kid because we were in Holland at that moment and occupied by the Germans and there was a war going on, and I mean, so you saw a lot of very unpleasant things. And so violence in itself is not something that I would not portray. In fact, I have always had in all my pictures a tendency to do it, to show things as they are in real life. That has been a reproach versus my work on the violence level and on the sexual level.
What is this all about?
These guys, Sergeant John.
What's this all about?
It's about official OCP business, so please, get lost.
I think we got 4 or 5 days in. Hey, this is garbage. I take my orders from...
First of all, we had to find somebody who was in a very good shape, physically. He's a marathon runner. He's in excellent shape. Then secondly, we needed somebody who had a very good jawline, because most of his face and his body is hidden. The only thing you see is really this part. Now, if you have somebody who has a weak chin or not an interesting jawline, and if the lips are wrong, the personality of the actor, how well the acting would be in this case, would have been lost, I think, because you really expect something, you expect the human part that you see to be strong.
Voice stress analyzer. 1, 2, 3. Record. Now playback.
Bring it up 50%.
Now playback.
Bring it up 50%.
Give me a full frame.
Got it. All right, clear out.
What are your prime directives?
Serve the public trust, protect the innocent, uphold the law.
Immediately, he had a kind of a convincing way of portraying a robot, making the movements kind of stylized. I mean, I don't think that a robot could really move its put something in his hand like this and do something like that, or that would be too loose. So he should be somebody, the robot should be somebody who is able to make kind of stylized movements like this and grabbing something like this, tuck, tuck, for a cup of tea or whatever he would do. And Peter had immediately a very good approach to that. It took him 10 hours, the first day it took them 10 hours to get him into that robo-suit. So he came to the set at 4 o'clock in the morning, and we started shooting at 9 o'clock, but of course he was not ready, so we did other things. Then at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, he came to the set for the first time, and I had to say to him, Peter, or I said Robo to him because he is an actor, he's a studio actor kind of type, so he wants to be addressed as the character. So I said, Robo, now you have to come in from here and you walk to the other side of the room.
What are you doing?
My targeting system is a little messed up.
For Paul Verhoeven, RoboCop emphasized the difference between making films in America and making them in Europe.
From a filmmaker's point of view, it's the same, I think. Technically, there are good people there and there are good people here, and the way of shooting is exactly the same. Movies are made, I think, always more or less in the same way. The difference, of course, is that a movie like this, like RoboCop, with all the technical devices and the puppet stuff, the miniature stuff, rear projection, background projection, blue screen, all these things are really very difficult in Europe, and I don't think can be done there because people lack the technical knowledge.
I had to kill Bob Morton because he made a mistake. Now it's time to erase that mistake.
I always try really not to exactly formulate a message because that might be very dangerous to an artist to say know exactly what he is doing. What attracted me in the picture was this kind of metaphor, or even, not even it's more than a metaphor, it's somebody who loses his soul, isn't it? So the message is more or less my interest in the human soul.
I really love that guy!
And you probably will too. This is Robert Osborne for The Heart of Hollywood. Watch for more interviews and behind-the-scenes stories this month and every month, in between the movies and only on the Movie Channel.
I've been very careful in the roles that I've chosen.
You just have to push yourself ahead.
Catch 2 rising stars in a special double feature. First, Judge Reinhold's the bookworm who poses as a flatfoot.
Not a cop.
He knows all the steps.
Cops don't dance in subways.
But he's still offbeat. Then Nicolas Cage is the ill-mannered, rum-running scalawag.
You don't know how good you are, do you?
Whose redemption hinges on being the best.
You think you can beat him? I know I can.
Winning means everything for the boy in blue. The Movie Channel screen test winner Rachel Rizzuto hosts the Rising Stars double feature Wednesday, August 19th, right here on the Movie Channel. Coming soon on the Movie Channel. Coming soon on the Movie Channel.
This is the Movie Channel's feature presentation. This film has not been rated by the Motion Picture Association of America.
Sufis rule. Although they never really explained it, the Sufi philosophy goes back to a school of Eastern holy men that some people say predates most of the major world religions. They were known for mixing cosmic wisdom with a wacky sense of humor. That was apparent, and I think that the chances are pretty good that Tarak, Barak, Karak, Arak, and Sarak all graduated in the same class. What do you think? Stay right where you are for more Sequel Saturday when we return to Angel Beach for Porky's Revenge. That's up next at 11 o'clock. I think there's probably only one thing better than getting paid to watch all of these movies that I host here on the Movie Channel, and that's getting to rub elbows, so to speak, with all the guest hosts that drop by our studios. I also think it gives a real personal touch to things when somebody like Ron Howard brings a few of his favorite movies in, or Richard Thomas guest hosts a festival of family films. This month alone, we've got Shirley Jones. She's going to host our Hollywood Classic of the Week. And we've also got Doug Henning with a little movie magic. It's all just another reason why the Movie Channel truly is the ultimate film source on your cable box. Porky's Revenge is up next, but first we're going to the heart of Hollywood to talk to Leonard Nimoy, star and director of Star Trek IV. So stick around.
This week, the Movie Channel continues to bring you different and exciting movies every night. On Monday, feel the warmth of the summer of '42 on the Hollywood Classic of the Week. A young man must handle the feelings of his first love. Then, Class of '44 takes the boys of summer of '42 and makes them into men. On Tuesday,
I laughed and cried.
Elvis Presley is the king, and the king lives again in This Is Elvis. Then Max is back, and he's up against mean Tina Turner in Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Then Jason's back too, and this time there's a copycat killer right behind him in Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning. On Wednesday, the fat boy gets even in Porky's Revenge. On Thursday, she wants love. He wants lovers in Key Exchange. For a week that's filled with exciting movies, the Movie Channel is the place to be.
The Movie Channel presents The Filmmakers, showcasing films that provide an insightful look at a selected group of movie craftsmen who bring a personal distinction to their films. On January 10th and 11th, two films from Academy Award-winning director Michael Cimino showcase his powerful visual sense and attention to detail. Nowhere are these unique skills more apparent than Heaven's Gate, Cimino's vivid portrayal of America's 19th century immigrants. However, Cimino's obsessive drive towards perfection led to the budget being tripled, the downfall of a major motion picture studio, and Cimino's banishment from Hollywood. Year of the Dragon, starring Mickey Rourke, marks Cimino's return to filmmaking after nearly 5 years of Hollywood exile. Cimino brought this explosive crime drama in on time and within budget, thus completing the life, death, and resurrection of his filmmaking career. See The Filmmakers, featuring the films of Michael Cimino, January 10th and 11th on the Movie Channel.
If you love movies, chances are you own a VCR. And if you own a VCR, what's a better, more convenient place to tape films than the Movie Channel's own VCR Theater? We open the doors of our film library every night at 3 a.m., 2 a.m. Central, offering you a wide array of movies to record with no late charges and no penalty fees. Just some great films to tape while you sleep and watch whenever you want. Beginning Friday, January 9th, the 1985 Cannes winner of Best Foreign Film, Dance with a Stranger. On Saturday, Montgomery Clift stars in the Hitchcock classic, I Confess. Sunday, January 11th, tape Mickey Rourke in Michael Cimino's Year of the Dragon. On Monday, tape the rarely seen, much talked about Michael Cimino film Heaven's Gate. Tuesday, January 13th, bells are ringing in Judy Holliday's last film. On Wednesday, King Arthur and Merlin return in John Boorman's lush Excalibur. Wrap up on Thursday, January 15th with Brooke Shields, obsessed with her first endless love. Next week, you can record these great movies while you sleep, then watch them whenever you want on VCR Theater. Every night, 3 a.m., 2 a.m. Central. Now the Movie Channel is the perfect VCR accessory.
Welcome to this edition of The Heart of Hollywood. There's probably been more written about Star Trek than any television series in history. When the show first aired in 1966, it boldly went where no TV series had gone before. Star Trek used space exploration to raise questions about ethics and dignity and man's place in the universe. There have been several Star Trek films since the series was canceled in 1969, of course. Each has been more and more popular. The most recent one is Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home. Captain Kirk and his crew time travel back to the Earth of 1986. And it looks like this one is going to be more popular than any of them, the most popular one of all. The thing that's attracting audiences this time around is the humor. The story contains more than just a dash of comedy, as the crew of the Enterprise is exposed to life on a very primitive Earth.
Am I stopping that damn noise?
I think they'll be excited by the premise and be suitably amazed by the special effects. Other than that, you'll get your money's worth.
The original cast has stayed together since 1966. For them, Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, was a homecoming in itself.
This particular group of people have a chemistry. When you put them together, something starts to happen. They interact with each other in wonderful ways. That's not always true. You bring together 7 or 8 actors and actresses, it doesn't always happen that way. With this group, it does.
But ain't it just great? Ain't it just grand? We've got each other.
It's like a family reunion each time because we did become a family during this show. Of course, we saw more of each other than we did our own families during the series. And then to get back together again each time, it's somewhat like a family reunion again. And then after we're into it for a while, why, it's more or less like old times.
This time around, there has been a conscientious effort to invest the characters with personality, with dimension, as opposed to simply have us sitting on the bridge and reading out consoles. And that is artistically rewarding.
It's like a marriage in many respects, but because the people that we work with are inventive actors, it's always delightful to be surprised by what they do. And so there is that element of new discovery with each script that we tackle.
Leonard Nimoy's decision to play Spock turned out to be a golden decision, but he admits that he took a chance in playing an unusual character with a strange appearance in a science fiction television series.
I was making a substantial, secure living as an actor, but I was the kind of actor that if you saw me on the street, you might think, didn't I meet him at a party somewhere? You know, you wouldn't necessarily associate me with any specific performance you might remember. And as I say, I was serious about potentially being a director. It was at that stage where I could have gone in either direction, and suddenly here came this role, this Spock character in this television series, and I was a little nervous about it. because I thought I was fairly serious about the work that I was doing, trying to maintain a dignified career. To put on pointed ears was a dangerous thing to do. But it worked out fine.
Perhaps we could cover a little philosophical ground. Life, death, life, things of that nature. I did not have time on Vulcan to review the philosophical disciplines. Come on, Spock, it's me, McCoy. You really have gone where no man's gone before.
Nimoy's early ambitions to direct were postponed for 20 years. However, the Star Trek films have finally given him a chance to resume that career.
I've been wanting to fulfill my directing dreams for a long, long time. I felt there was a lot that I had to offer Star Trek, a lot that I knew about the characters and the history of the stories and what worked about Star Trek, that a director coming in from outside wouldn't have the benefit of. And I thought, why not cash in on that and offer it to Paramount? And I did, and they said, sounds like a good idea, and put me to work as a director.
Large mushroom pepperoni with extra onions and a Michelob, please.
Really?
What is that?
What's wrong?
You have a pocket pager. Are you a doctor?
What is it? I thought I told you never to call me.
Sorry, Admiral. We just thought you'd like to know. We'll beam them in now.
All right. Tell them phasers on stun. Good luck, Kirk out.
Who are you?
Who do you think I am?
Don't tell me. You're from outer space.
No, I'm from Iowa. I only work in outer space.
We're here after 20 years, and it could go on another 20, I suppose. I don't know.
Beam me up, Scotty. And I'll see you for the next edition of The Heart of Hollywood, this month and every month, in between the movies and only on the Movie Channel.
Enforcers don't necessarily uphold the letter of the law.
Didn't work, huh?
They enforce only justice.
And will.
Some wear a badge, and some don't.
Yep, he's our new preacher.
Preacher, huh?
But they all have one thing in common.
You wouldn't want me to leave before I finish my work, would you?
They'll take on any challenge without compromise. When no one else can. Clint Eastwood, Sylvester Stallone, Charles Bronson, Christopher Reeve, and Chuck Norris. Enforcers Week, January 18th through the 22nd at 9, 8 Central on the Movie Channel.
I can't see anything.
Belmont Avenue and
I'm here, dear. You can watch it on television.
Meet Bruce Fleckstein, dentist and ladies' man.
Gum surgery took second place for old Brucey.
Amateur photographer and all-around sleaze.
Took some pictures.
Those pictures were symbols of our mutual trust.
In all kinds of positions.
Nude?
Not you too.
Who would possibly want to murder him?
Enough people to populate Biloxi, Mississippi.
I suspect everybody.
Kaboom! You die, worm.
Find out in Compromising Positions. You won't see it on HBO or Cinemax.
What can we say about Bruce Fleckstein?
I could never be intimate with someone who wore a pinky ring.
Well, he certainly cleared my sinuses.
Susan Sarandon, Raul Julia, and Judith Ivey star in Compromising Positions. Premiering Saturday, January 24th, exclusively on the Movie Channel.
Coming soon on the Movie Channel. Coming soon on the Movie Channel.